Pronouns. For native speakers at least, we all have them, we all use them, but they can cause some confusion. I'm Annabelle, this is Gender for Day, and today we're talking about pronouns. First of all, what is a pronoun? A pronoun is a word or form that substitutes for a noun or noun phrase. So to tone down the dictionary words a little there, it is just a word that you use instead of a name. For example, I use they, them pronouns. After you watch this video, you may feel compelled to run and tell your friends about how great this is. And you probably wouldn't go, oh my god, did you watch the new Gender for Day video? Person who makes them is called Annabelle. Annabelle's really talented. Annabelle knows what Annabelle's talking about. And honestly, Annabelle is really pretty. And Annabelle deserves 1 million subscribers. Whilst it's all true, it's really wordy and it doesn't flow right. So you'd probably say something more like, did you see the new Gender Free Diet video? And the person who makes them is called Annabelle. Annabelle, they're really talented, they know exactly what they're talking about, they're really pretty, and you know what? Frankly, they deserve 1 million subscribers. It just sounds better, it's easier, it doesn't get so stuck in your mouth. I almost guarantee that you have heard he, him, or she, her. He, him pronouns being typically used for men, and she, her pronouns being typically used for women. However, that is not a guaranteed thing. I'll get onto that later. There's also a growing community of people who use neopronouns. Neopronouns is, well, it's any other pronouns, more newer ones. It can be anything from they, them, or noun self pronouns, where they use just a different noun and make them into a set of pronouns, such as they, self. You can have whatever you want as your pronouns. You can even make up your own. You can also use multiple sets of pronouns. If you are happy with people to refer to you as they or he, you can have both. And you can have them in any situation that you want, whether you are comfortable with that all the time, or maybe some days you only feel comfortable with he, him pronouns, and some days you only feel comfortable with they, them pronouns. It's your pronouns, you get to pick what you are called and when. Now, while that is all glorious, we love to see it, not everyone agrees. The main problem is misinformation, and this generally exists around they, them pronouns and neopronouns. Common argument being that they, them pronouns mean a group of people, so if you use it for one person, it's not grammatically correct. And well, to that, I say bollocks. They, them, singular they, them pronouns have been traced all the way back to 1375 in a romance novel called William and the Werewolf. Saucy. And if that was when they were first found to be written down, it's almost guaranteed that they were used in spoken language well before that in English. So, they, them pronouns, grammatically correct. And some people might say to this, yes, but that's in 1375. We aren't in 1375. They're not used now. They haven't, they obviously haven't been used since medieval times. Well, you're also wrong there. Imagine you're at a bus stop and you're with me and you see a jacket and you may go, oh, somebody's left their jacket. Congratulations, you have just used singular they, them pronouns. You've been using them all your life if you are a native English speaker. You probably just haven't realised. And it's a similar story with neopronouns. People tend to get very caught up on the rules of grammar, the rules of language and how things should be done and if it's in the dictionary or not. So many of us forget that at the heart of it all, language is made up by us. Language wouldn't exist without people, and it changes with people, it changes with the time. Look at the amount of slang terms that when it's first heard, people are like, oh, that's not a word. and then however long later it's ended up being put into the dictionary. If you can say it, if you can communicate it and people understand it, it's language. The rules are, there basically is no rules. Apologies to any linguists watching if I am butchering your career. An important thing to remember with pronouns is, while they may indicate gender, they do not always equal gender. So whilst, going back to what I said before, whilst most women may use she, her pronouns, that doesn't mean all women will. It is commonly found both in history and now that there are he, him lesbians, women who use he, him pronouns and are lesbians. It's as simple as that. Every single part of that statement is true, and they can all happily coexist. A more commonly heard one now is, you may hear gay, bi and queer men use she, her pronouns for each other and themselves. This tends to be in a situation where they will be with and around their other male queer friends. See? And they may not use she, her pronouns for themselves if they were at work or at home or with a different group of people. Because pronouns aren't necessarily static either. See, they may change based on who you are with, how you are feeling that day. We all subconsciously assume people's pronouns based on their name, the way they present themselves, and countless other things. And we might be right 90% of the time, but you definitely run the risk of being wrong. And this is where normalising pronouns comes in. After all, we all use pronouns, we all have pronouns, so why isn't it a normal thing to say your pronouns alongside your name or ask somebody their pronouns? It's treated as an almost invasive question, something weird. Just as you can't look at somebody and assume their name and think that you'll get it right, you can't look at someone and assume their pronouns, because eventually you're going to get it wrong and you are going to misgender someone, which hopefully you don't want to do. The thing that needs to happen is pronouns need to be normalised. Asking people their pronouns and stating your own pronouns. Now, it can be a little awkward and uncomfortable to do something that's not considered the norm, such as go up to someone and ask them, "Hi, what's your name and pronouns?" But there are other, slightly more passive ways that we can start taking steps to normalise pronouns, such as putting your pronouns in your Twitter, Instagram, bio, wherever online. Just with your name or your username, just put, "Hi, my name's Annabelle, I use their pronouns." Putting your pronouns in your email signature is also a really great way of bringing it into your professional life. And this is really important for cisgender allies to do. Whilst it's not essential, nobody has to do it. At the moment, when somebody states their pronouns, it's almost like a glowing sign saying, "Hi, I'm trans," or "Hi, I'm non-binary." And not everyone's comfortable with being out this way. So the more cisgender people that do it, the more normalised it becomes and the safer us trans people can be. So at the end of the day, we've all got pronouns. It shouldn't be weird to say them. Anyway, I've been Annabelle, they, them pronouns. Let me know your pronouns in the comments if you're comfortable with that. Shoot me a message. Let me know what your opinion is. How do you normalise pronouns in your everyday life? Have a great day, my lovelies, and I'll see you next time. Grammatical rules. There's a siren. Again, it's about the 8th today. Hope everyone's okay.